Our team is going to talk about reading strategies. Well, actually, okay, so we're going to talk about the reading strategy identify. So, what are reading strategies? As we have seen throughout the last classes, reading strategies help us to read in a better way or to comprehend in a more efficient way the text that we are assigned to read or to retrieve information. So to make it more efficient, we have different strategies to help us comprehend better the text. So in this case, we are going to talk about identify.
First, identification in the reading is very important because with it we can find the main ideas of a text, and it goes hand in hand with the comprehension, which is of utmost importance in any type of context in which we are, especially in the laboral area. So it's very important for work and for our students to understand us, and yeah. So in order to identify, it's necessary to read the text and analyze it and ask ourselves questions such as those shown in the slide, like who if the text involves the discussion about a person or a group, specific or general, when if the information we are reading contains something related to time, such as dates or specific events in the story, where if there are any place or places that are mentioned and their names, why is the reason of the for the text, something that explains what happens, and finally, hope, where we have to see if the information indicates something, some method or a theory, something that explains the reason for waiting.
Okay, so this far, what we meant about identifying is to identify the certain pieces of information, and later one of my classmates will also explain different ways to identify these kind of important pieces of information. Just as Lilian already stated, we can identify the main ideas of a text. We can also identify the author's purpose, like, for example, eh, if the text is written to persuade or to inform, to entertain. Identifying this kind of purposes can help us to see or to assess if the information is important or will help us to improve our work, our assignment, or to understand a certain topic. So there are different ways to identify this kind of information. Um, for example, reading the first paragraph of a text usually is where important or keywords can help us to identify, for example, this text or in this essay, we will see about the differences between this and that. So this, in this case or in this example, we can infer or understand that the text or the author's purpose was to inform. So different specific information or words can help us to understand what were the purpose of the text and if it will be relevant to our work. Also, we have different reading skills that we will later see in this unit. But I try to brought up first these two different skills that are important for identifying. For example, we have skimming and we have scanning. So reading, skimming is about reading the overall text in search of certain information. In this case, we could see that it will mean looking for specific words on the text, but we're not exactly reading throughout the text at all. We are only retrieving important words that will highlight the what is the text about. On the other on the other hand, we have scanning. which is about reading more in more detail, but still we are not really throughout all the text. So it's about looking for more specific information. I have an example here. This is all Lorem Ipsum text, so it isn't actually a coherent text. But for example, skimming is about looking for certain keywords. For example, one of my classmates will later explain deeply about how to identify certain keywords. But for example, we can see that in the first text, we have one letter in bold, another is in italics, another one is underlined. If you can see it, it's over or here. We have a bold letter. We have also italics. We also have underlined words. So skimming is about only spotting these words. For example, comprehending certain words that will be relevant to the text. On the other hand, we have scanning that aside from just identifying certain words, we also have here highlighted more than just one or two words. For example, here we had these two words in bold, but when we are scanning, since we already identified this word as an important matter, we can scan reading the whole sentence to see if it is relevant. We also have different slices of the information that are also highlighted. So this means that this whole sentence should mean are important, not only the uh, underlined or bold words.
Okay, another point uh, important about identify is find important details. I divided this point in three main ideas. The first one is finding information or structure. Um, Scanning can be used to find uh, a piece of information in an index, table of contents, or glossary. It's so important to look at the chapter title, headings, subheadings, illustration, and captions. In that case, we can guess what the main point of the chapter will be from that information. In second place, we have look for vocabulary. In this strategy, you can make a list of repeatedly words that you can find in a test. And this can help you to look for patterns and contextual clues in reading passages that point them to important concepts. And the third one is about format testing. Um, this is used to emphasize words and phrases in a document, different mm, uh, testing for styles like bold, italic, or underline can highlight important points or concepts, guiding readers' attention to key information.
Now I'm going to talk about themes of a test, the four concepts. The first one is consider the plot, and it means the plot is a crucial step to help you to find themes and a test. For example, if the plot is about two people falling in love, um, it's safe to say that love is a theme, and this way you can know that it's the work it. Um, the second one, find recurring symbol or image. It's another way you can find themes in a text because they like embody and ideas and represent them. And in this way you can imagine what the text is about. Um, the three one, identify any ideas that are explored in a text. Um, sometimes they are will mention important ideas and important important ideas in a test. So if you are ready, you have to pay attention to see the key moments, the key words to make sure that to identify the ideas. And the last one, figure out the meaning message and a test. And they will share their thoughts and feelings about particular issues in the text, and it could be related to the theme of the text. And in this way, we're going to realize what about the text is.
So that will be all from our team. Here are our references, and if anyone has a question, feel free to ask. But that will be all for us.